Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this evening's class. How's everyone doing this evening? If you're with me, give me a yes in the chat box. Just let me know that you're here. Wonderful, wonderful. I see some yeses are coming in. Beautiful. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. So this evening, we'll be basically doing how to trade using the unit of prosperity Elliott Wave Pro indicator filtered with support and resistance. I see some guys are still popping in. So, as I said, we will be doing how to trade using the Elliott UOP Elliott Wave Pro filtered using support and resistance. Now, when I say support and resistance, I'm speaking of horizontal support and resistance. That is the one that most traders use. Okay, so let's go straight to our chart. We'll be using the MetaTrader 4 platform this evening. And as you can see here, I have a chart outlined here for you. It's the British pound US dollar, but we don't have to use this one. So let me know which pair you'd like me to take a look at. So just give me a pair and we'll work with that. Okay. You guys know I like to do everything fresh. Okay. Okay. The first one I see pop up is Euro NZD. So let's see here. Euro NZD. There it is. Excuse me. All right, so we have Euro NZD. So as you can see, we have the Euro dollar, New Zealand dollar pair on, and the way in which the Elliott Wave Pro indicator works is when it plots a white dot, it basically means that the trend to the upside is potentially over. And we are now looking to go in the opposite direction. Okay? Now, when this dot appears, do we just jump into a trade? No. We don't just jump into a trade, right? What we want to do is wait to get some sort of confirmation that the price wants to go down. So we give it some time. We allow a few bars to form. So what I typically like to see is a move down. So we get some bearish bars, we get some bullish bars, and then I can look to start looking for my reason to sell. Okay. But another thing that I want is when this dot appears and I get my confirmation, which is a few bars and a few bars down. So since this price is moving up, the trend is up, we get the white dot, we get a few bars bearish, we get a few, like price goes into correction, we get some sort of consolidation. And once I see we get some sort of consolidation, once we don't break the high, what I'm going to do is I'll look to see if this level, this area where price is a strong area where I can get a potential reversal. So what I'm going to do is use support and resistance. And I do this in the simplest way. So for example, I like using the open and close price. I don't like using the wicks when I look for support and resistance, when I look for horizontal support and resistance. Okay, so here you can see that I have placed a horizontal line on the highest close or open price. Okay, So this is the highest close or open price to where I got my white dot. All right. Now, this is potentially my resistance area. How do I know if this is a valid resistance point, right? So you can already see that price came back and resisted here. You can also see price came back and resisted here before we got the dot, right? And it's possible that this dot was over here at some point, then it repainted over here, right? So you can see here that we do have resistance, but I need some further confirmation. So I'm going to go back a bit. I'm going to go back. And here you can see we have another area of resistance here. We have another area of resistance here. And if I go even further, you can see resistance, resistance. Even this could be looked at as potential resistance. Okay. All right. So we have some old dots on from the previous pair. Okay. So when I get that type of confirmation that this level is a very strong level of resistance, once I get a pullback, I'm looking to go short. Okay, so I'm going to look at this and I'm like, yes, I have resistance in this area. I have a white dot. This white dot is telling me that the trend to the downside is about to begin. I'm looking to get into this trade. So once I get consolidation, I get a nice pullback, I can look to jump into this trade to the downside. And as you can see here, when the price came back and retested this resistance area, that is also a good area where you can look to jump in. Okay. So we got this resistance, we can jump in here and we can just simply sell and hold on to the trade until we get a green dot. This green dot is basically telling me that price is potentially looking to go to the upside. It's either going to be a correction or it's going to be a reversal. Okay. So in this case, I got the green dot. When I get the green dot, I'm out of my trade. Okay. As you can see, we would have been able to make a nice big move here. All right. Any questions so far? Everyone with me? Who has used the UOP Elliott Wave Pro so far? Any of you have been using it? Just let me know in the chat box. Dana said, I use it. So Dana, when you use the Elliott Wave Pro, how do you use it? What do you do? Grace says, want to. Grace would like to use the Elliott Wave Pro. No problem, Grace. Grace, you should have it. You should have access to it in your back office. So all you got to do is just put it on your chart. And you can use this evening's technique to help you out with that. Okay. I know for sure this tool is becoming very popular amongst UOP students. So if you're not using it, I think now is the time to at least start testing it out. Okay, Dana says, I use it with moving average cross for entry. Okay, doesn't sound bad at all. Okay, well now you have support and resistance that you can add to it. Okay, and I believe that most of you guys understand horizontal support and resistance. Am I correct? Most of you understand horizontal support and resistance. All right, I see some yeses coming in. Great. All right, Dana says, I like the idea of using this with support and resistance. Wonderful, wonderful. And you can see how simple I've made the use of support and resistance by just going with the dot. Whenever you see the dot, you just simply plot a horizontal line on the open close price. Okay, so this would be the close price of the green bar. This would be the open price of the red bar, right? So we only use open close price. I don't use the highs and lows. Okay, I use open and close. when plotting support and resistance horizontally. All right. Now, since we confirmed that this is a lovely area of resistance, and with us getting this retest, you won't get a retest in every single case, but when you get a retest, that is a lovely opportunity to go short. Okay? If you're someone who is familiar with Elliott wave patterns, if you see this as a correction, this is another lovely opportunity to go short. And if you go short, you will hold on to your trade until you see the green dot. When the green dot pops up, you exit and look to the next setup. Okay? So in a case like this where the green dot popped up, look at this. This is a chart that I did not go through, and I'm just going to try to show you guys how simple this is. If this is potentially support, look at that. Support, support. Price danced around here. We can see that this is also a level of support. It is bouncing off this one here. Support right here. Support, support. And you can see here that it is a very strong level of support, right? So we should get some sort of bounce. It doesn't have to be a full reversal, but we should get some sort of bounce. So in a case like this, where we have a white dot, we're not looking to take a buy trade here, right? This is just, we're just using this green dot to close out our sell trades. We'll be waiting for a red dot. When we get the red dot, we will sell again. Okay? Now, when we get the red dot, what we'll be looking for? Can someone tell me? What will we be looking for when we get the red dot? Someone tell me in the chat box. What will we be looking for when we get the red dot? All right, Grace says, okay, Mark says sell. Grace says retest. It's not a bad answer, Grace. That's not a bad answer. But we will not be looking for a retest. A retest is an added confirmation, right? It's added confirmation if we get the retest, but we won't necessarily be looking for the retest, okay? We have Dana says resistance. That is correct. We'll be looking for resistance. Now we don't have a red dot yet, but if a red dot popped up in this area right here, if the price started to come down and a red dot popped up right here, what would you do? You'd simply just plot your horizontal line. And once you plot your horizontal line on the open or close price, the highest open or close price, you will see if that is an area of resistance. Right now, it is. You can see this resistance. This is it's acting as support here. It's acting as support here, support here. So it is actually a good level, as you can see. Resistance, resistance. It's acting as support, support. So you can see that this is a strong level. You don't have to go back too far to confirm if this is a strong level or not. Okay? But before we go short, we would like to at least see a red dot pop up. Okay, so we'll wait for a red dot. Once the red dot pops up, then we will look to get involved short. And for us to get involved short, what will we want to see? We will want to see price push down, go into some sort of consolidation, and that will be enough confirmation for us. If we get a retest of this level, better yet, we will then sell off that level to the downside. Okay? And when we sell, we will wait for the next green dot or white dot. If a white dot pops up, it's going to let us know that the downtrend is potentially over. All right, I see, let me see here. Let me just take this off. All right, I see Denise says candle close below resistance. Which candle closed below resistance? Mario says, what happens if higher time frame has different wave? Okay, so if you're trading on the 1 hour time frame, then you just trade this on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, you don't necessarily need to be trading this on the 1 hour, looking at the 4 hour and all of that. So if you did go to the 4 hour time frame, this is what it looks like. All right, so the 4 hour time frame is a little bit different. It is telling you to go short as well, but you have not gotten a signal yet telling you to exit your trade. Right, remember the trades on the higher time frames are going to be bigger, longer trades. Okay, but if you're like day trading, then the 1 hour time frame is best. If you're swing trading, then you got to look at 4 hour and daily. But if you're day trading, you look at 15 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay, what type of trader are you? And that question I think came from Mario. Mario, what type of trader are you? Mario said day trader. So Mario, since you're a day trader, you want to look at the 1 hour time frame, right? You want to pay attention to the 1 hour time frame. If you want to do multi-time frame analysis, then yes, you can look at the higher time frames to give yourself a sense of direction. But when you're day trading, the 1 hour time frame is the place to be. Okay, this is my favorite time frame as a day trader. Okay, someone else said, let's see here, Euro JPY. Okay, so Euro JPY, this is what we have on Euro JPY. It's pretty much the same thing. On Euro JPY, you can see that we have this strong move down, and it came with very strong bearish candles. Okay, so here we got our first green dot. So with us getting our first green dot in this area, we're going to look for some sort of consolidation here, right? So with us getting consolidation and with us putting in our resistance, let us see if this is a strong area of resistance. Okay, yes, it is. You can see we have a touch here. This one came very close to it. You can see this one came very close. This one hit. This one bounced off it. Okay, we don't need to go back that far, but it is a very strong area of resistance. Okay, so with this being a very strong area of resistance, yeah, we can expect that price will move to the downside. So all you need to do right now, since you have a green dot showing that price is potentially looking to move to the upside, most likely it's going to be a correction. So we're looking for the next red dot. When the next red dot pops up, we will be going short. Okay, we'll be going short. We'll be checking for resistance. Since the price will be moving up, we will check for resistance when that red dot pops up. So when the red dot pops up, we will put our line in place, our horizontal line in place. Let's say it pops up right here. We put our horizontal line in place and we look for an area of resistance. And if this is a strong area of resistance, then we'll be looking to get involved in the short setup. Okay. And to get involved with the short setup, I would at least want to see a red bar close to go short. Okay. So if you have a close of a red bar, you can go short. If you're looking to go long, you have a close of a green bar, you can go long. Okay. So if this red bar closes red and we have a sell signal, which is a red dot, then yeah, I'll be looking to jump in and go short. Okay. All right. Let's just go back, just randomly go back. Oops. Yeah, so let's just go back randomly. Okay, let's try to work from around here. Okay, so over here, we're just looking at a random price area, and you can see we have a white dot. So if I wanted to get involved in this trade, place my resistance line. You can see I'm getting tested over here. So this is telling me that this is a valuable resistance area. Okay. If I go back here, you can see another valuable resistance area. Here you can see it's also another valuable resistance area, right? So it's acting as support in this area. So it is a valuable resistance area. So I'll be excited to get involved. Okay, let me just see. I went back, where was I? Okay, I think I got lost a little bit. Okay, it was right here. I think this is the area where we were looking at, and this is a valuable area of resistance. And you can see that once we have this red bar pushing down, we have this consolidation here, then yeah, we're looking to go short. If we did get a retest, that would be lovely. We would definitely go short. Once we get the green dot, we're out of that trade. The next trade we're looking to get into is a red dot. Once we get a red dot, what we're going to do, plot our resistance line. And if you can see here, this is a nice area of resistance. This is also a nice area of resistance. And if we go back, before I go back, let me check the date. It's June 25th. We can see, let's see. Okay, so this area is acting as resistance as well. So this is a valuable area of resistance. You can see here, we're testing. Okay, so this is a valuable area of resistance. Okay, it's June 25th. All right, good. So we would have been able to sell, and as you can see, the price continued moving down. We sell on the close of the red bar. Okay, so once we have a red bar closing after our red dot, that would be enough confirmation for me. I would sell, put my stop just above, and I'll wait for the green dot. Once the green dot pops up, I am out of the trade. Okay. All right, let's see here. Just trying to go through your comments. Okay. Um, let's see here. Grace says, do you use Elliott Wave with your day trading in terms of sessions? So are you asking if I use the Elliott Wave Pro indicator with my day trading in terms of sessions? And when you say sessions, do you speak of my sniper entries technique? Oh, okay. I'm happy that you mentioned that one. Yes, you could look at it that way as well. It's actually one of my preferred ways of looking at it. So I would look at it in terms of session. So I would be looking to get involved in a trade at the open of a session, or the lunchtime of a session, or the end time of the first session. So those are the times that I would be most interested in getting involved in a trade. Okay, so I could look at it that way. Let's see here. Let's go through some more comments. David says, will this be recorded? Yes, it will be. It is actually. Mario says, isn't the trend up on hourly? Okay. This is the trend that you're talking about, Mario? Is this the trend you're talking about? The trend being up on the hourly time frame? Mario says current price. So this is current price, right, Mario? This is what you're talking about. This is the uptrend here, right? Let me know. Let me know if I'm looking at the right thing. Mario says, "Oh, current price. Okay, now. Okay, so Mario wants us to look at now. Mario says on the hourly, if this is an uptrend, let's make this smaller. Is this an uptrend? This is potentially an uptrend. If I look at this, I may look at this and say that we may be getting one. This is one wave here. This is WXY. This is potentially an X. And this is a Z wave potentially coming here. So WXY, X, Z. So this is potentially a Z wave that's coming here. So I'll expect something, some sort of move to the downside, maybe back to this low, right? So this is, let me just, I'll use this trend lines instead. So this is potentially some sort of flat formation being built over here. Right? So the price is basically moving sideways. So I'll be expecting this one to come a little bit lower, and then I'll be expecting it to move back to the upside to give me this wave. If I'm looking at it from Ralph Nelson's point of view, right? With the Elliott wave. So this move is not quite over. I'll expect this to come down some more. So we have this white dot here. This white dot is basically looking at this as 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And with this being 3, it is saying that potentially we should be getting another move to the downside, right? So this is 3, so we could be coming down right back to this low. It is also possible that this could be the end of the wave up and we come down. Okay. But this wave looks more like an X wave to me. So this is potentially X. We come back to around this area here or so, and we go back for one more up before we come down. Okay. Or we just continue moving up. Could be a reversal. All right. So Mario. Okay. Mario says, okay, nice. All right. So I think Mario understands what I'm saying. Wonderful. Any other pairs, guys, you'd like me to take a look at? Anything else? Okay. Centrica says S&P 500. Do I have S&P here? Oh, no, I don't. Let's see if I have that inside of my... Let's see if I have that in my symbols. Okay, I have so many on here, so hope I don't miss it. US 500. Okay, let's see. Um, okay, so it's going to be the US 500. I believe this one is the S&P. Yes, SPX, this one. Good, so let's put that on. There we go. So as you can see here on the current price, we have a white dot, price moves up, we've got a red dot, price moves down, green dot, price moves up, red dot, price moves down, price comes back, we get a white dot here. This white dot is telling us that this move is potentially over. Okay, now with this white dot telling me that this move up is potentially over, we will be expecting a move down. Now, since I like trading on the 1 hour time frame, what I'll be doing is putting in my potential resistance, and I'm going to be checking to see if this level will hold. And I believe this level will hold because it may very well be an all-time high, right? So this is an all-time high. So with this being an all-time high, no need to go back because there is nothing to look for, but we can see that this one came very close to it. So this is potentially a double top, right? So we have a potential double top over here and prices moving down. So price is coming down very aggressive in this case. So I would look at maybe a few candles to the downside, and I look to join this. Now, for those who understand the Elliott wave patterns, you would know that this is potentially a flat formation. So if we had to draw in the flat formation, that is what it would look like, something like that. And something like this, right? Just to try to outline the flat formation for you. So we get a wave down, a big 3-wave move up, and we get another strong wave to the downside. Okay, this one could potentially continue moving down, or it can just come to around this level. It could break the low and then move back to the upside. Okay, so if you understand the Elliott wave formations, it could also help you a great deal in deciding if you should get involved with a trade or not. Okay, so you can look at all of that. Look at the Elliott wave patterns. It would help you a great deal to decide if you should get involved in the trade or not get involved in the trade. All right, let's see here. Okay, so here we have this white dot, and let's just look at this white dot and say that we're only looking to take buy setups because this is telling us the price is moving to the upside. So we're only looking to take buy setups. We got a buy setup over here. I set my support. And I can go back and look to see if this level held. Okay, this level looks like it was too high as well. I don't want to go back too far. Right? So this level is actually one of those all-time highs. So we won't be able to see if this is going to be much of a, okay, here it is. We have it showing here that it is acting as support and resistance. It is acting as support and resistance. So this is one of those levels that we can get involved with. Where, okay, 1 second. Okay, I think I deleted the wrong line. Or my chart is messing up. My dots are not in the right place. Let's open a new chart. Okay, I'm gonna have to log in again. Give me 1 second. Just let me put in my credentials. One second, just bear with me. All right, I got it. Okay, let's see if this has any issues on my chart. Okay, it looks perfect now. Okay, good. It looks perfect. All right, so let's see here. We were looking at this area. Good. So if I'm looking at that area and I place my support line, because prices coming from the bottom moving to the upside, so I placed my support line. I want to know if this is a good level for price to start moving to the upside, right? So I go back. And I can see price came close here, didn't quite bounce. Came here, we got a little bounce there, kind of bounced off here, created this consolidation, bounced off over here. Bounced off over here. So this level looks like it's holding nicely. So with this level holding nicely, we will look for a reason to go long. So as I said, you want to see the price push, then you want to see some sort of consolidation, especially with these white dots, right? So you get this consolidation over here. When price breaks out of this consolidation, you could look to get involved in that trade. Another thing that, as I said to you guys earlier, we could look at the times, right? So we could look at times and decide whether we want to get involved or not. This is approximately 5. Let me see here. Is it? No, this is approximately 8. This is GMT3. So this is approximately 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we could be looking to jump into that trade between 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so between 8 and 9, that's the beginning of the US session. We could be looking to jump in. As you can see, catch this move to the upside, and we hold on to it until we see our next red dot. So when we get a red dot, we're out of the trade. Right? We're out of the trade on a red dot. We're looking to get back in the trade on a green dot. So here you can see we have a green dot. When we get a bullish, a green candle close, then we can look to jump back into the trade to go long. We will exit the trade again when we get the next red dot. Okay, we get another green dot over here. On the close of this bullish candle, we can look to go long again, and we'll look for the next red dot to get out. So over here, you can see we have the next red dot. We get out over here. Okay. All right, let's see here. Mario says, how do you back test this if it repaints? This is one of the reasons why it's good to look at support and resistance, because the indicator does repaint. And so you need to look at support and resistance. So if you have a very strong level of support and resistance, it's going to give you added confirmation that the price could be going in your favor. Okay, so you look for that added confirmation of support and resistance, and then you look for price to tell you that it wants to go in your favor. Okay, so for example, when you get the white dot is what really tells you that the trend, a new trend is about to begin, or a trend is about to end, right? So this one is telling me that the downtrend ended and an uptrend is about to start. So with this being a level of support and resistance, in this case acting as support, once I can confirm that this is a strong level of support, then it would give me conviction that I can start looking for a reason to buy. The price starts moving up, that is confirmation that the trend may be starting. It gives me a consolidation, some sort of correction, and breaks out of that correction. It gives me that confirmation that price is going up, so I'll buy at this point. Right here is where I go long. I hold on to my trade until the next red dot. So once we get a red dot, I'm out. A green dot, once we get the green dot and we get a bullish candle close, then I go long again. Okay, I use the bullish candle close as confirmation. And with this green dot, I also use support and resistance, right? As you can see here, this is my green dot here. Okay, price came close, but pulled back. We're at all-time highs, so it's a bit difficult to find levels of resistance. Okay, so price bounced off this level, price continued moving to the upside. Let's see, I'm going to try my best to see if I can go back. Let me just take this one off so we don't get confused. Okay, this is approximately, okay, it's the 28th of June. Let's see if we can find, okay, this is an all-time high, so there is no previous resistance or support really in that area except right in this spot, right? So in this spot, you can see it's bouncing off this level here. You can see it bounced off this level over here. This one came very close but pushed down. So this is potentially an area of resistance as well. So it is an area that's holding. So we could just simply wait for the green candle. Once we get this green confirmation, we jump in. Wait for the next red bar. When we get the next red bar, we're out. Okay, so let's see here. I see David says the indicator works beautifully with fibs. Okay, very, very happy to know that. Mario says the repaint, so you've got a red dot, the red dot repaints, so price action is really key. After the dot is formed, around structure, begin a new session. You gotta mark your chart up regardless. Yes, you gotta mark your chart up, definitely. It's very, very good to know where your resistance and support levels are going to be. It's also very good to understand Elliott wave patterns or simple chart patterns. They will help you by giving you some guidance. It is very good to use trend lines as well, because some of these green dots could be actually happening on trend lines. Let's see if we have anything here to do with a trend line. Let's see. All right, so this one, not a perfect trend line. Try to see if I can fix it. So not a perfect trend line. Not all trend lines are, one long trend. This could be, what I use trend lines, I use them to show me waves, right? So this could be wave one. This could be wave one, right? So if this is wave one, then we could have a new trend starting over here, right? Like that. So this is potentially a complete wave here as well. So this could be starting here like that. Right? So we have another complete wave here, right? And then this one comes here like this. We have another wave inside here. So this is most likely, let me see, some sort of corrective structure happening in this area. Right? So we have some sort of corrective structure here. A new wave starting over here. As you can see, this is one wave. This is a pullback. New wave starts here. So we got to understand how these waves actually work. And most of the waves follow the trend, okay? In some cases, the waveform may break out of the trend, but in a lot of cases, all of the waves stay inside of the trend, all right? So if you understand trend lines, then that's also another powerful tool that you can use to help you um, filter out what a good setup is or what's not a good setup. Okay, whenever price breaks a trend line, that could also be a nice area to go short or a nice area to go long. It all depends on the trend that you're looking at. Okay, any other questions, guys? Mario, anything else from you? All right, Sandrika says thanks. Anyone else? Bring on the questions, guys. Mario came with some very good questions. Mario, anything else? Any other questions from you? All right, Sandrika says, green dot, we look for support. That is correct. If it's a green dot, you look for support. And let's see here. Red dot, we look for resistance. Yes. So with the red dot, you look for resistance. So as you can see here, red dot, you plot the resistance line. Green dot, you plot support line. Okay. All right, let's see here. Mario says, thanks. Do you really think taking the white dot is smart? I think taking the white dot is smart if you get a push in the direction that you're looking for. So for example, this is the white dot here. It's telling me that the trend has ended. So if I get a push up and I get a consolidation, remember I said that, right? We get a consolidation or retracement, or price goes into a range and then breaks out of the range, then I would look to jump in at that point, because it's telling me that potentially this is the start of the trend. And if we look at it from an Elliott wave point of view, this would be wave one, this is wave two, and then we go into wave three, and wave three is generally the longest wave. So that gives me an opportunity to catch a big wave. Understand? Um, Mario says because green and red dot are real and second, fourth. Um, Mario says yes, thanks, but the white dot, I'm pretty much repainted 30 pips. Okay, so basically Mario is saying that the white dot repainted for him about 30 pips. That's okay. That's okay if the white dot repaints, because you're not getting involved once you see the white dot. So don't get me wrong. You're not jumping into the trade on the white dot. You're using the white dot's presence to look for, in this case, support. So let me just bring this line down. You're looking for support in this area. That's what you want to see. Let me just see if we can find some support here, right? So you're looking for support, right? It looks pretty good to me that this is a nice area of support, right? These did not quite touch, but they came very close. Didn't quite touch, but it came very close. So this one, as you can see, price kind of consolidated in this area. So this is an area where price is bouncing off up and down. So this is showing me that there is some sort of support and resistance going on here. This is a nice touch. Price came very close here. It broke but bounced off here. So that's also a nice area telling me that, you know, we do have it get bounced off these areas here. So it's telling me that that is a very powerful area as well. So with this being a very powerful area, I will expect a bounce, but I'm not going to just jump in on the white dot. I'm going to wait for it to move to the upside. And once it moves to the upside, gives me a correction, I will trade the break of the correction. And that's when I'm going to get involved on the white dot, on the break of a correction. You get a move, you get a correction, jump in on the break of the correction. Okay? I hope I answered that for you, Mario. Mario says, I'm sure it repainted from 41.74 to 41.33, but consolidated at 41.74 and dropped again. I have drawn a support then. So you're saying, Mario, that you drew a support at these levels that you're talking about? You said 41.74. Where is 41.74? I think we were probably looking at a different area. Let's see. 41. Okay, 41.74. So you were saying that around 41.74, you had the white dot was here. That's what you're saying? Let me know if that's what you're saying. You're saying the white dot was in this area. So this was support. Am I right? Yes, great. We're on the same page. So Mario is saying that this area is where the white dot was first, because it looks like he trades this a lot. So that's good. So this is where the white dot was, Mario. Did we get a strong move up? Let me know. Did we get a strong move up from this area? No. Correct. Would we have entered this trade long? Waiting for Mario's answer. Anyone else could answer. Grace says no, and that is also correct. We would not have entered this trade in this area because we did not have a strong move followed by a correction, followed by a breakout of a correction. Okay? And let us say that we had just this green candle, and let us say that this was a nice correction. Did we break out of that corrective type move? No, we did not. So we could not even say that we had a strong volume bar. We can look at that and say that that's a volume bar. Then we got a correction and we broke out of the correction. So we took the trade long because we have a white dot here. We did not get a breakout of a correction. So we would not get involved in this trade. Okay? So Mario says, well, looking at it for 3 hours, it looked like a little reversal. No, there is nothing here. There is nothing at this area that says you should go long. You have a nice volume bar, I'll give it that. We got a nice volume bar in this area. We had what looked like potentially a corrective formation coming, but we did not break out of the correction. If you look at this, draw your trend line on the top, you can see the price did not come and break out. Because we did not get a breakout to the upside, we would not get involved. If you had a breakout to the upside and you got involved, then fine. I would say, great. We did take a good opportunity. Our stop would be just below, right? If this green bar closed, our stop would be just below. Price came back, you got stopped out. No problem. That would be understandable. But there is no setup here. There is no reason to enter long at this area. And if you're entering in areas like this, you're doing it wrong. Okay? And if this was your support, and you go back and you look, okay, we got a bounce here. Okay, it looks good. It looks like a nice area of support, so that's fine. But did we get an entry? No, we did not get an entry, so you would not take this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the next level that you spoke of. I think you said 41.33. So this is approximately 41.33, yes. So price came down to 41.33. In this area, yeah, we get a nice long move. We got the consolidation I spoke about. Just going to borrow this line. We got that nice consolidation and we got the breakout. With us getting the breakout, yes. What would we do here? Would we get involved or would we not get involved? Someone tell me. Who's going to answer this question? Centrica says, take the buy. Yes, you would take the buy in this case because you can see clearly you got the breakout in this case. You did not get it over here, but you got it over here. So with you getting the breakout, you go long. Set your stop either below the swing right here, or you set your stop down here. It all depends on who you are as a trader. Okay, some traders prefer to set their stop down here, whilst other traders prefer to set their stops down here. Okay, I am one of those traders who would put my stop here. All right, anyone else? Any other questions? I think I have Mario says, we're looking at it. Okay, I read that already. Mario says, oh, okay. So you need a break of structure. Yes, you need a break of structure to get involved. So Mario says, so the best entry is 4150, 4160 area. Let me see if this is what Mario is talking about. 4150? No. No. This would not be an entry down here, Mario. This is not your entry. This is your entry over here at approximately 41.84 or so. 41.84, 85 area. This is your entry right here, 41.85 approximately. You with me, Mario? Okay, Mario says thanks. Yes. So this is your entry here. With the white dot, you're not looking at just, you know, a green dot in favor of the direction. You're looking for a push, then you're looking for a correction to get involved. When you get a break of that corrective structure, then you jump in. Okay? You jump in, you go long, you put your stop below the corrective structure, or you put your stop below the swing, the major swing, and you just allow the price to move until you get a red dot. When you get a red dot, you exit. All right, anyone else? Any other questions? Grace says, is that an inverse head and shoulders? Okay, I'm assuming that Grace means this area here. Here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Is that what you mean, Grace? Yes. Yes, that could be considered a head and shoulders formation. It's actually a lovely head and shoulders formation. So yes, that is a head and shoulders formation. This is also a head and shoulders formation. See, you got a shoulder over here, you got another shoulder over here. So this is small, a bigger one. And if you look at this, got a smaller one in here as well. So you got head and shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders, and it's going head and shoulders, and it's going on and on and on. Okay? Grace says, wow. All right. It was a huge buy. All right, guys, anyone else? Any other questions? Bring on your questions. We've reached the end of today's class. So bring on your questions, as many as you can. I'm more than happy to go through them with you. Okay, I'll give you guys, okay, Dina says thank you. Okay, so no more questions? All right, guys, no problem. It's been a pleasure having you as usual. I will see you on our next class. Bye-bye for now. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Okay, bye everyone. Good evening, bye-bye. You're most welcome, bye-bye.